Okay, it's 6:30. Welcome to the Gary Planning Board meeting this evening. I guess to start off with, let's start off with the roll call for the pledge the flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tom is excused. Wes?
Here.
John?
Here.
Kurt?
Here.
Ben?
Here.
Jean? Here. Stephen?
Here.
Gary?
Here. Okay, we have enough people or enough members, so we're not going to ask for an alternative tonight. Have the members had a chance to look at the meeting minutes from August yet?
Yep.
If so, when you're ready, please somebody give me a motion to approve them.
I make a motion to approve them.
A second?
I'll second.
Okay. All approved?
Aye.
Thank you. We'll move into opening the meeting now to the public hearing for the land separation. The legal notice that was published is, notice is hereby given to the town of Berry. Planning Board, Orleans County, State of New York will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, September 2nd at 6:30 at the Berry Town Hall. The purpose of the hearing is to consider an application for subdivision of land pursuant to Article 3, Section 350, 145D, 19E, 2B. The property is located at 13991 Maple Street. The Albion tax number is 94-1-41-1, 94-1-42-1, and 105-1-15-1 within the Ag Res Business District. All interested parties are invited to attend and will be given an opportunity to be heard. For details on how to participate electronically, you can be on the website or on the phone, and I think we have somebody on the phone. This is the opening of the meeting. Is there anybody here to speak at the public hearing?
Make a formal motion to open the public hearing and then make a motion to close it.
I think I did. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing? I apologize.
Yep, I'll make a motion to that.
Okay.
Second.
Second. Thank you. All approved?
Aye.
All right. Any comments from the public about the land separation that we have in front of us now? Comments from the board?
There were a couple people who came in to look at the application, so I want to have them say something
Okay.
what the application is for.
Yes. Can you explain the application?
Just trying to get some ground off.
If no one else has any comments, then just officially close the public hearing. Yeah, before you guys start like going into decision making. Um, yeah, I've always done it, Bridget, and I've always done it where like the public hearing and then you close the public hearing and then the board goes into like their decision making.
Make it.
Second.
Aye.
So the, do the short form secret on this, and I know here, comment, and we go over the, the proposed action created the material conflict is adopted, they have to use plan or something regulation. The proposed action result in a change in the use or existing use of land. The proposed action create a character or quality of the existing the proposed action has an impact on the environmental characteristics and cost of the establishment. Critical environmental area. The proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or existing infrastructure. The proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy. The proposed action impact existing public or private water, public or private waste treatment facilities. The proposed action is very the character, quality, historical, archaeological, architectural, and aesthetic resources. The proposed action result in adverse change in natural resources. The proposed action result in increase in potential for erosion, water, problems. The proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or
Move we declare a negative seeker.
Second.
So that's, the resolutions that will be, whereas on August 8th, 2025, Slater's Farms, Dennis Myers, the applicant submitted an application for subdivision review. Whereas proposed action involves subdividing the property into lots, whereas the applicant prepares a short environmental assessment form for the proposed action which is attached to it. Whereas the county board of superintendents as certain 6 NYCC. Whereas the planning board held public hearing on the proposed action and carried home all decided. Whereas the planning board is considered to be competent with the application of the SEA Act, meaning all in the public. Whereas the planning board was thoroughly analyzed all of the concerns discussed in the attached to the regulations regarding the significance of the most adverse environmental impact will result in the proposed site. And now therefore the planning board finds that this subdivision will not have any significant adverse impact on the environment. Therefore, the planning board further resolves to adopt a negative declaration of environmental significance for this subdivision. Therefore, the planning board hereby adopts the attached negative declaration of environmental significance of the roadways of Curie. Whereas on August 8th, 2025, Slater's Farms, Dennis Myers submitted an application for So can we have any motion to accept the application as is?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye. Do I have to make a motion to close now?
Yeah, you already did. they have a plat for you to sign? Just because that finalizes our process, but also the county won't accept it unless it's signed.
And for new business, we have a second night review discussions forbidden for modification of solar power.
Yes. My name's Erin Eastman. I am here on behalf of American Tower at T-Mobile. We are looking at 12615 West County House Road in Albion to upgrade T-Mobile equipment. Currently, there are 6 antennas, 6 radios, and 3 hybrid cables on the tower itself. We would be looking to modify 3 of those antennas. Everything else on the tower and everything else on the ground would remain the same. The footprint would remain the same. Tower height will remain the same.
I saw in your instructions that this is also.
It is.
You don't have to read the one they submitted. For unlisted actions, you can do short form or long form, and we might ask for long form, I'm not sure, but you can, for part 2 and 3. Yeah. You shouldn't really mix and match like you can, but I would just do the long form and, yeah. But first we should say we're a lead agency and unlisted and then get into the form. Because first we have to kind of declare that we're in charge.
So, whereas on August 14th, 2025, Holland Board of Education from American Power Incorporated filed an application for modifications that special
think that, yeah. Here, do you want me to look?
So moved. And an unlisted action. Are you reading part one? It's in part two. This every time. You could also read the top question, and if the board says yes, you could read the lower ones.
Impact on geological features, proposed action may result in complicated construction. All for limited access to unique unusual data forms on the site. Impacts on surface water. The proposed action may affect one or more wetlands or other surface water bodies.
So moved. Aye. Should you make a motion on the additional conditions, or were they already part of the accept? Okay, so I would just make a motion to add those conditions to the approval, just to make it official.
My name is Rob Key. I represent Heritage Wind and Apex Clean Energy. And yes, we're seeking applying for a minor two-lot subdivision of an existing lot owned by Joseph Mathis. It is parcel 117.1-24.212. It's approximately 41 acres, a touch over. We're seeking to subdivide that into a 6-acre lot, which is occupied by 3 barn structures currently that will continue to be owned by Mr. Mathis, and approximately 35 acres of that to be subdivided and owned by Heritage Wind. And so the subdivision is for the purposes of siting the substation and interconnection facilities for Heritage Wind project, which was permitted by the Office of Renewable Energy Siting in January of 2022.
I'd just like to clarify something. This is policy for subdivisions. Right? So, where I'm going is conflict with voters. Since it's got nothing to do with future land property, are people that are conflicted with heritage, can they vote on this issue? It's just, all we're doing is regulating, not regulating, we're overseeing subdivisions, correct? So if it's a compliant subdivision, go ahead.
It's a little gray area because the whole purpose of the subdivision is for the project, and he just said for the interconnection, it's part of the project, and they are.
We're not voting on what's going to happen to that. We're voting on the subdivision, the compliant subdivision. Correct?
Yeah, we're not voting today, but at all, but
Yeah, we're submitting a preliminary application in hopes of an approval at the next meeting, so that we can make sure that we are fully compliant. Our application is going.
yeah, but so in the short term, I can get you a more concrete answer by the next meeting. I can check how many would potentially have to be recused because of the project. 4.
It would come from Lindsay Road.
Right there.
Sorry, wasn't sure there's still a pronunciation.
So, right of access.
So you would need that clarified on the plat for the purposes of approving the subdivision.
Yeah, we've been discussing it right now. Do subdivision. We can't have that. Looks like the subdivision is on the backside of the property.
It doesn't say anything on it.
L. It's a flag.
Yeah, right.
This picture is,
It is.
just speed guard. Early on, you said somebody was having trouble. Well, we didn't have any signs. I just want to make sure I understand where Kirk's coming from. There are people on this board who are involved with Heritage Wind, get paid by Heritage Wind. And this board has to make a judgment whether or not this piece of property conforms to the way we want, the rules we have for conforming, splitting up parcels. And that there may be an issue with that, because those people who are being, because Heritage Wind wants this, these people who are being paid by Heritage Wind or on this board may be not suitable for making those decisions. That's the question, right? I just wanted to clarify that land division, we're making a judgment on the land division. For Heritage Wind. Not on Heritage Wind, not on Wind project. So no, but Heritage Wind. It's got nothing to do with. I understand, but Heritage Wind. I don't feel that I am conflicted, and I just wanted to hear that from our attorney.
Here's my, I don't think Heritage Wind can, they're not the ones going to apply for the subdivision. They shouldn't be. Joe owns the land, just like Dennis owned his land. We didn't ask Dennis when we selling his hunting land. Our business. That's right. It conforms to
Good point.
the law. It conforms to the law. Now what Dennis does to it, when he sells it, I can't say I like the guy, I can't say no. It's none of our business, you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, we can't pass judgment on who the buyer is. So in that case scenario, I don't think Heritage Wind should be applying for the subdivision. I think it's just informational. It should be Joe saying, I want to subdivide my lot. And if it conforms to our law, Joe can sell that other, he might say the heck with Heritage Wind and go to the highest bidder. So, that's just how I would view it. I don't think we should know what they're doing with it. We do because he disclosed why he's selling it, but they could change their mind, and then what are we gonna say to Joe? Well,
It's kind of, it's twofold. Like, in a normal residential, I'm selling off property, you're right, you don't know what they're doing with it. That's correct. But there are also scenarios, I'm making a development, I'm doing this, and then use of property is important because we make sure there are roads and there are certain parameters. So I wouldn't say like all applications, we have no care what they're doing with the land because it does go through our process. There are instances where it is just vacant land, and you're right, we don't know, and it's up to the person who buys it. I will look into the recusal question because I'm not sure off the top of my head, and since we don't have to vote on it tonight, I'd rather have a firmer answer. But I do think the subdivision, as far as we know, the purpose is for the Heritage Wind project. That is important to the subdivision. But I agree, but in the application form, the property owner will at least need to sign off that he can represent them or he can be here himself, but.
But if it comes back here and we can't, this board can't vote on it then. We won't have a quorum. So then it needs to go somewhere else.
I understand, but that's not really a reason whether to recuse or not. That would kind of be a separate issue, so that wouldn't have any standing. And I'm not saying you do or you don't. I'm just saying I'd like to look a little more into it.
I'm just saying it's going to push it out further, another month after that, so if they're in a hurry. Yeah.
I just asked the question. Obviously, I didn't get a simple answer. So
Yeah, no, it's a good question to ask.
Right.
It's also going to require a zoning change. That's agricultural residential. You're going to put in commercial projects.
Their attorneys on the phone.
From our perspective, what we do with property has already been fully permitted, so I don't know, our client doesn't know that association will not be required for this. It's just subdivision of land to the left, Mr. Mathis can, continue a portion with his existing barn. But otherwise, this is a type 2 action, for a project that's been fully permitted under ORED, so. Yeah, I can connect, I think your attorney there, can sort of hear her background too, so we can connect on that, but, I don't think there's no change is necessary. I think we have to require the frontage along the public road, and, we really just wanted to get in front of the board tonight to hear some of those feedback so that, we can work through it and, we didn't have to vote on the spot at no meeting, so this is all good feedback, thank you.
Yeah, I can hear him. If he can hear me, we can definitely connect offline. I think you mentioned something about type 2. I think we would likely find this to be unlisted, but that's a future conversation. Just the seeker designation, but as we're not there yet, we can talk about that later.
we would just like to see that in writing.
But as you pointed out too, I mean, he has to sign. the
Yeah, right,
application
exactly.
As well as our. I think so.
Yeah.
Most, everything for 14, referrals
Because he didn't want to hear you. He didn't want to hear.
There's a special use permit and site plan review for a parking lot expansion. That's involving the hospital in Ida. They want to move parking lot or remove some houses on the opposite side of the road, Ohio Street, and increase the parking over there. That was approved. Condition was just to make sure the lighting was significant flow for the residential area. Site plan review for farmers market, that was at the current location where it is there across the street from the post office. Some concern on that was moved the parking all along. Is there enough parking at the exit for the building for fixed farmers market? Sharing the parking lot with the parking zone and down the street parking like that. That also has site plan review for the Hard House Hospitality event venue. What they want to do is take the backside, I guess is where the old the axe throwing and the metering post, and then make that into an event center for the hotel. Again, that's without any resolutions. And then the last one was here in Albion, area variance of parking spaces, request for 35 spaces, and requirement for the size of the storage unit to fit within 53 without the variance. And that's for the Dollar General. Across the street. And there were some questions on that. We've seen the map of, is there room, putting in that in stores, parking spaces, is there room for a semi-full unit bill back in there? That was really the big concern we had on this. So they did, 35 spaces instead of 53. I don't have anything more this evening.
If we're looking for additional board members, Todd Decker, who was once interested in it, and are we still have an opening position? Because we're gonna,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, because we interviewed them all, went through all that process the last time, so. Okay. All right, I'll ask him. Tell him. Decker. We interviewed one time. We don't get many people that are interested in the ask, so I just want to make sure we have. Second that.